Good morning, student. Today we study the red gram crop, which is in paper 1, and it will be asked always more than 5 to 8 marks. So, what is red gram? Which point should be noted and which point should be considered, and more study carefully. That is the which are they are the different same as we study same point of different crop. So family botanical name origin is the important, then the seed rate, spacing, after that yield, and after that harvesting days or harvesting time or its maturity days. These are the important questions for board exam question paper for 1 marks. Then the question number 2 and 3, and it will be also asked question number 4 tabular information or question number 4 AB as a description of red gram crop. So we listen and study the carefully the red gram crop. Red gram crop, that's local name is tur, which is known as, which is grown in our area as well as India and Maharashtra as a Kharif season crop. It is the most important pulse crop. So we listen the carefully different points of red gram crop. Let us we start. There is a botanical name. Botanical name. There are two botanical names. That is there are two species of red gram under cultivation. Number one, there is a Cajanus caja, and number second, Cajanus indicus. This is the also asked as a botanical name or species of red gram crop. So we carefully listen and keep in our mind the botanical name and species are the same. So answer is our botanical name Cajanus cajan and Cajanus indicus, not in variety. So after that origin, origin, that is the native place is Africa, and after that the family of red gram is the leguminous. It belongs leguminous family. So these are the important questions for tabular information and fill in the blanks. Next one is the importance of red gram. Red gram is the most important pulse crop grown all over India and in Maharashtra. Number second, red gram seed contains 29% proteins. This question should be asked for 1 mark, fill in the blank. Next one, it is the rich source of vitamin B, minerals like calcium, and it provides raw material to the dal industry. Then next one is the it provide raw material to the dal industry, so it provide large number of employment. Then the green seeds and pods are as a use eaten purpose. Green seeds and pods are used as a eaten purpose and as a vegetable. Husk and straw is used for feed of cattle. Husk and straw is used as a feed of cattle. And next one is the dried plants of red gram crop is also used preparation of thatching of huts and also used as a fuel. So these are the important. We should also ask as a importance of pulses in Indian farming. For 2 marks short note question, it will be discussed next time. Number next, ecology. There is a climate and soil requirement. What are the climatic requirement? Red gram is a tropical climatic crop. It required warm and dry climate for its proper growth. Then the temperature range is required 10 to 29% for its proper vegetative growth. And also notice that the and hot climate moist and hot climate is required at the time of germination, and bright sunshine and dry climate is required at the time of grain filling stage. Then we should study next point, what is cloudy weather. Cloudy weather is also harmful. It results increase the number of pests. Large number of pests attack on red gram crop like for borer caterpillar, gram pod, borer caterpillar, and other cell sap sucking pests. These are also increased in cloudy weather and moist climate. Then the rainfall requirement. It can be grown as a rainfield, so it has required near about 500 to 750 millimeter annual rainfall per year, or annually rainfall occurs where 500 to 750 millimeter in that area. It can be grown successfully. Next one point is the soil requirement. What types of soil? Number one, well drained and rich in organic matter. Soils are best suitable. Next, it can be grown successfully in medium to heavy soils like black cotton soil, alluvial soils, sandy loam soils. These soils are best suitable and gives more yield. But care should be taken that the yield more heavy and deep soil. More heavy and deep soil, it increases its only vegetative growth and postpone the flowering stage, so yield is become less. Next one is the pH of soil is 7.00 to 8.00. Next one is red gram crop can be tolerate slightly saline or salty soil, and also avoid the acidic soils to the red gram crop. So in acidic soil, it results on affect the nodule formation on roots. We should know that the leguminous family crop make nodules on its roots and fix it atmospheric nitrogen in it, and it release when crop has required that nitrogen. So next one is the waterlogging soils. Waterlogging soils are avoided because crop cannot be stand in water. So drainage canals are properly open around the field, and excess rainwater during the rainy season and during the Rabi season, that is the immediately removed from the field. These are the most important question or point. Ecology of red gram crop. Next one point is the varieties of red gram crop. When it is asked for question number 4, that time we should also ask the varieties of red gram crop. So there are names only and there are 4 varieties are must be written. That gives 2 marks. Number 1, BDN-1, BDN-2, Tur Hyderabadi 185, Prabhat and C11. These are the favorable and popular varieties of red gram crop. So BDN 1 and BDN-2, These varieties are also asked for 1 mark, fill in the blanks. Number next point should be study. Next point is the land preparation. What is land preparation? We should carefully listen the land preparation. After the harvesting of previous crop, stubbles and weed plants are collected and destroyed by burning outside of the field. Then it is grown as a irrigated. That time one deep ploughing is given every year 15 to 20 centimeter deep, and after that land is exposed for sunlight. Then when it is grown as a rainfed crop, only one crop throughout a year, that time one deep ploughing is given every after 2 to 3 years. Then the land is exposed for sunlight near about 1 to 1.5 months in the month of April to May. After that, with the light commencement of rainfall, that time 3 to 4 crosswise harrowings are given to crush the cloud, and at the time of last harrowing, 8 to 10 tons FYM mix with soil properly. So when FYM is mixed, that time care should be taken that it will be well mixed with soil, because in light soil it hold the moistures which are required or best for germination, and after that its proper vegetative and productive growth. Now next one, also in land preparation, sometime it is grown as a mixed crop and sometime it is grown as a pure crop. So for mixed crop, which preparatory tillage operations are given to the main crop, they are ultimately received to the red gram crop. So extra land preparation or preparatory tillage operations are not given when it is grown as a mixed crop. This point should be carefully noted. Next one is the seed treatments in red gram crop. There are two types seed treatment. Number one, organomercurial fungicide compound treatment, and number second one is the rhizobium culture treatment. These two seed treatments are given in red gram crop. Organomercurial fungicide compound treatment, this is given for the prevention of seed-borne as well as soil-borne diseases. So this is the no, this point should be noted that the object of this treatment. Number second, there is a before the sowing of seeds. Seeds are treated with fungicide compound like agrosan, cyrosan or bavistine at the rate of 2.5 to 3 gram per kg seeds. Then the seeds are ready for sowing. Then second treatment is given rhizobium culture treatment. Rhizobium culture inoculant treatment is given for to increase the activities of nitrogen fixing bacteria into the soil. It helps increase the nitrogenous fertilizer, save the nitrogenous fertilizer and increase the nitrogen in our soil. So these atmospheric nitrogen, these bacteria are fix the atmospheric nitrogen on root nodules, and when it is near to the crop, that time it release. So this treatment procedure, there are 250 gram rhizobium culture is taken and 10 to 15 kilogram seeds are used for treating. These seeds are rubbed with rhizobium culture, and after that It is used for sowing within 4 to 6 hours. Next one point is the intercultivations of the crop. Before the intercultivation, before the intercultivation, there are some points are also carefully noticed. There is a number one seed rate of red gram crop. And what is the seed rate of red gram crop? For mixed crop, when it is grown as a mixed crop, that time the seed rate is required 6 to 9 kilogram per hectare. And when it is grown as a mixed pure crop or sole crop, that time the seed rate is required near about 15 to 20 kilogram per hectare. Then the spacing. What are the spacing? Spacing is there are three types of spacing taken in red gram crop, which is depend upon the types of variety. Varieties are also classified as a late variety, mid-late variety and early varieties. For early varieties, spacing is taken 45 by 15 centimeter, and for mid-late varieties it is taken 60 by 30 centimeter, and for late varieties it is taken 75 by 30 centimeter. This is the spacing between plant to plant and row to row. Next one point is the intercultivation. Intercultivations, there are different types of interculture operations are given in red gram crop. Number one, there is a weeding. Number second, hoeing. Number next, gap filling. Number next, thinning and hoeing. And number next, earthing up. When it is grown as a dibbling method, that time gap filling operation is important, and earthing up operation is also given to the red gram crop. Then the weeding, hoeing and thinning, these are the common interculture operations which are given in this crop. So number one, we should study the weeding. Number one, interculture operation, weeding. If there is a high intensity of weed, if there is a high intensity of weed, care should be taken that the immediately weed plants removed from the field to avoid the attack of different types of caterpillars or different pests. So that should be also written as a initial 30 days field is keep weedless to avoid the attack of different types of pests. Second, generally 2 to 3 hand weedings are given at the time of, at the interval of 15 to 21 days, and number of hand weedings are depend upon the intensity of weed. There is a first weeding is given after 15 to 21 days of sowing time, and next sub hand weedings are given 15 to 21 days interval. After that, interculture care should be taken that the all interculture operations are completed before the red gram crop at flowering stage. Means before the flowering stage all interculture operations are completed, because at the time of flowering stage when interculture operations are given, that time flower shading is ultimately done and also break the fruiting branches of red gram crop. So it should be carefully noticed. Next one is the hoeing. What is hoeing? With the help of silt or two blade hoe implement, hoeing is given. Generally, when crop is grown or planted as a drilling method, that time hoeing is important. This is given as bullock drawn implement, which is known as a two blade hoe or silt hoe. That time this implement, or with the help of this implement, hoeing is given to remove the randomly germinated seedlings. Remove the randomly germinated seedlings into the field. And also next one object is uprooted or pull out the excess weed plants which are grow between the two rows of plant. So next one object is loosening up soil and conserve the soil moistures. These are the main objects or benefits of hoeing. Generally, first hoeing is given. Generally, first hoeing is given after 15 days of sowing time, and when 2 to 3 times it is given, that time it gives better benefit to the crop. So next, sub hoeings are given at the interval of 20 to 25 days of first initial hoeing. So next point should be intercultivation, which is interculture operation, that is the gap filling. When crop is grown as a dibbling method, in this cultivation hybrid varieties are also given, and returning should be taken from the red gram crop. Gap filling, when crop is grown or sown as a dibbling method, this operation is given after 8 to 10 days of sowing time. That time germination is completed. The object of this operation is to maintain the optimum plant population per hectare area and gets higher yield per hectare area. Where seeds are failed to germinate, where seeds are failed to germinate, in this the fail to germinate, that spot seedlings are also seedling or seeds are also planted. So care should be taken that the when these are the this operation is given, this operation is completed before 8 to 10 days, after the 8 to 10 days of sowing time. And next one is the when seeds are failed to germinate, that spot only healthy seedling or seeds are planted. Sometimes seedlings are also prepared in nursery and it is used as a gap filling. So this it is mostly notice or carefully notice. When seedlings and seeds are planted or gap filling is done, that time care should be taken that the small quantity of urea should be mixed with soil to equal growth of all crop plants. So next one is the thinning. When it is grown as a dibbling method, that time this operation is given after 15 days of sowing time. Then object of this operation is given optimum space plant to plant and row to row to attack of avoid the attack of diseases. Only one seedling kept on each spot. So excess or diseased seedlings are also removed from the field. This is known as a thinning or thin out the plants. So next one is the earthing up. When it is grown as a dibbling method, that time earthing up operation is important. So earthing up is given. What is the earthing up? Earthing up means given soil support to the plant and reduce the damage against wind, heavy weight of pods or branches and due to heavy rainfall. So earthing up is given and this operation also help to avoid the directly contact of water and stem. Directly contact of water and stem, so reduce the attack of fungus diseases which are soil borne diseases fungus. So this at the time of each hand weeding, at the time of each hand weeding, light soil support is given to the plant, and mostly main earthing up operation is given at the time of or before the flowering set, flower setting stage or flower sets. This operation also given or support to the plant. This operation also given support to the plant and reduce the damage against the different events or different causes. So next one point is the manuring. Generally in manuring there are 8 to 10 tons FYM mixed with soil properly at the time of plant preparation. Next one is the when mixing of FYM, that time care should be taken that the 10% forate granules or 1.3% linden powder also mix with soil to avoid the soil borne pest like white grubs. This is the important pest which is mostly recently attacked in different types of soil which spread through the farmyard manure. So this point should be carefully keep in your mind. Next one, the recommended fertilizer dose. The recommended fertilizer dose for rainfed red gram crop is 25 kilogram nitrogen and 50 kg phosphorus per hectare. So, in case of rainfed crop, half dose of nitrogen and full dose of phosphorus is given at the time of sowing and remaining half dose is given at the time of flowering stage. In case of irrigated crop, the recommended fertilizer dose is the nitrogen is given in 2 to 3 equal doses. 2 to 3 equal doses, that is first at sowing time, second dose is at the time of flowering stage, and third one is before the grain filling stage or pod development stage. These are the important points for manuring and fertilizer management. Next one point should be note down that the excess use of nitrogenous fertilizer avoid. Excess use of nitrogenous fertilizers are avoided because it appear or it gives only vegetative growth of plant but flowering stage postpone, so it affect the yield of grain and also on harvesting time, means that is the harvesting postpone or late harvesting, and also increase the attack of different types of pest. So excess use of nitrogenous fertilizer is avoided to the red gram crop. Next one is the irrigation. What are the irrigation? Irrigation mostly when red gram crop is grown as a rainfed crop. So It has no required extra irrigation water. It thrives very well on available soil moistures. But if there is a long dry spell and there is a source of water, 1 to 2 protective irrigations are given at critical growth stages. That is the critical, which are critical growth stages, that is the number 1 pod formation stage and number 2 grain filling stage. Above mentioned critical growth stages, irrigation or sufficient supply of moistures increase the yield of red gram crop. So this point should be carefully noticed. Then we study the harvesting. What is the harvesting? That means to removing of economical part of plant from the plant, that is known as a harvesting. And that time that crop complete its life cycle. It is known as a harvesting of. So in red gram harvesting, we should also ask in question for tabular information, duration of crop. Duration of crop, that is the 120 to 200 days after sowing time, or this point should be this point should be noted for tabular information, 120 days to 200 days within when it is harvested. So first point should be note down that the red gram crop is ready to harvest within 120 to 200 days after sowing time, and harvesting period is depend upon the types of variety and climatic condition and type of soil. So the maturity signs are old leaves are turned yellow and start to drying, pods are turned into brown color or starts yellowing, and after that it starts drying. Grains are full developed and easily crack under the teeth, and stalk of plant is slightly green in color. These are the This is the harvesting of red gram crop maturity signs. After that, with the help of sharp sickle, plants are cut at ground level. And then it is left for sun drying 2 to 3 days into the field. And after that, these plants are tied into small bundles. And next one point in harvesting, threshing must be written. After that, threshing is given. What is threshing? Threshing means separation of grains from the pod and husk. So after proper drying of plants, it is carried out to the threshing yard for threshing, and pods are removed from the plants by beating the bundles against heavy stick, beating with heavy stick, and after that winnowing is given. Winnowing is given to separation of grains and husk. Nowadays or recently, threshing is done with the help of power thresher machine, which is used or save the labor cost and time of the farmer. And sometimes when product is in a small quantity, that time pods are also trampled under the feet of bullocks. Then winnowing is given to separation of grains and husk. Now this point should be carefully notice or keep in your mind for 2 marks when it is asked as a harvesting of red gram, that time harvesting and harvesting and threshing is also written in answer. These 2 points given 2 marks. Only harvesting written, that will gives only 1 marks or a half marks. So this, after that we study the pest and diseases of red gram crop in next video. Thank you. Study carefully and notice.